Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll share with you how to cut 8 different types of trendy necklines. It's going to be quick, easy to follow, beginners friendly tutorial. So subscribe, come with me and let's get started. The first neckline we'll be cutting is this neckline. But before we start, there's two things I want us to note. The neckline designs I'll be cutting today are for front bodice. So any neck width I used for the front bodice is the same neck width that will be used for the back bodice. And the second thing to note is that any neckline design that the neck width is wide, then the neck depth shouldn't be deep. But if the neck depth is deep, then the neck width shouldn't be wide. So I'll go ahead and cut my first neckline. The neck width I'll use here is 3 inches. Then I'll come down and use a neck depth of 9 inches. Then at this neck depth, this 9 inches mark, I'll go in by 4.5 inches. And once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and connect the 9 inches mark to my 4.5. Then I'll also connect the neck width down to the 4.5 inches. The next thing I'll do now is to come up by 1.5 inches from my neck depth this way. Then I'll draw a straight line on that 1.5 inches mark. After that is done, I'll come up 1.5 inches from the first 1.5 inches mark. The next thing I'll do, I'll use my French curve to connect from my neck width down to this second 1.5 inches mark. I'll connect from my neck width this way and stop 0.25 away from the 1.5 inch mark. After that, at this second line, I'll come in by 1.5 inch. Once that is done, I'll go ahead and create a nice curve around the side. At this point, you can either use your free hand, your French curve, whichever one that will be easier for you to get the curve. Also go ahead now and connect from this neck depth to the 1.5 inch at the second line. So I'll go ahead now and cut it out for us to see what it looks like. So when cutting, I'll make sure I follow the curve properly. I'll take my time. Please let me know what you think about my first neckline in the comment section. I am done cutting and this is what it looks like. The next neckline on my list is this double keyhole neckline. And my neck width here will be 4 inches. The next thing I'll do, in order to get my neck depth, I'll mark my chest line. That's the line underneath my armhole. That will be my neck depth. In order to achieve this neckline, I'll also take note of my dart line. The next thing I'll do now, I'll connect from my neck width down to the neck depth, creating a V-shaped neckline. After that is done, at this chest line, I'll come out by 1.5 inch. I'll also mark my dart measurement on my chest line. Then I'll measure the distance I have between the 1.5 inch and my dart line. Then I'll impute the same thing at the other side of the dart measurement. Once that is done, at this dart line measurement, I'll come up by 4 inches. Then I'll connect from this 1.5 inch away from the center front to the 4 inches. I'll also go ahead and connect from that 4 inches mark to the other measurement I have at the other side of the dart line this way. And my neckline is ready. So the next thing I'll do now is to cut it out for us to see what it looks like. What do you think about this neckline? Will you be trying it out? Please let me know in the comment section. And after cutting, this is what I have. It's going to be like a yoke and a bodice. The next neckline on my list is this neckline. It has a basic neckline and also a keyhole with a yoke. I'll take a neck width of 3 inches and a neck depth of 3 inches. Then I'll connect the neck width and the neck depth, creating a basic neckline. Once I'm done with that, I'll come down by 1.5 inch from my neck depth. After taking the 1.5 inch, I'll look for the midpoint of my round armhole. I'll measure my round armhole and mark the midpoint. From this midpoint, I'll come down by 1 inch. After I mark the 1 inch, I'll also go up by 1 inch. The next thing I'll do now is to create my keyhole. In order to do that, I'll place my French curve this way and connect from that 1.5 below the neck depth and connect it down to the 1 inch below the midpoint of my armhole. The next thing I'll do now is to determine how wide I want my keyhole to be. So for this neckline, I'll be using 2.5 inches. Then I'll use my French curve and connect from that 2.5 inches up to the 1 inch above the midpoint of the armhole. The next thing I'll do now is to trace out the upper part of my pattern on a new pattern paper. In order to do that, I'll mark the 1 inch below the midpoint of the armhole and 1 inch above the midpoint of the armhole. Then I'll go ahead and trace out. I'll trace from the 1 inch below the armhole. Then I'll also trace out the shoulder. Then I'll go ahead and mark the 1.5 inch below the neck depth on the new pattern paper. After that is done, I'll use my French cuff to connect from that 1.5 inch below the neck depth that I marked down to the armhole this way. The next thing I'll do now, I'll come down by 3 inches for my basic neckline. Then I'll connect from my neck width down to my neck depth. And our neckline is ready. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut it out for us to see what it looks like. So I'll first of all cut out the lower parts. I'll follow this line now. I'll cut it all the way to the 1 inch above the midpoint of my armhole. Then I'll cut out this part that I trace out here. Are you enjoying this tutorial? Please let me know in the comment section. And if you are enjoying this tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and drop a heart for me in the comment section. Thank you very much. And after cutting, this is what I have. I'll place the yoke on this bodice now at the 1 inch below the midpoint of the armhole. And my neckline is ready. The next neckline on my list is this stylish asymmetric neckline. In order to cut this neckline, I'll be coming down from the tip of this pattern by 6 inches. Then on that 6 inches mark, I'll draw a straight line. Since I'm not drafting a full pattern, it's just the neckline I'll be working on. I'll go ahead and trace out this basic bodice on this pattern paper. So when you're drafting a full bodice and you want to use this neckline, all you need to do is to come down by 6 inches, draw a straight line, then you work on your bodice from that 6 inches mark. Take a neck width of 4 inches, then I'll extend this 4 inches to the tip of the paper. After that is done, I'll go ahead and cut this extra part out. So go ahead and take out the shoulder slope. Remember when I was tracing out, I didn't take out the shoulder slope. So basically what I've been trying to achieve is to get this extra 6 inches above my pattern. So if you notice, I've opened up the pattern. The next thing I'll do now is to determine where I want my neckline to face. I'll draw a straight line connecting from this point down to the other point this way. The next thing I'll do now, come down from the shoulder and mark a neck depth of 5 inches. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. After that is done, I'll go ahead and cut this part out. Once I'm done with that, I'll connect from my shoulder down to my neck depth at this side. The next thing I'll do is to cut open this line from the shoulder all the way to the neck depth. I'll also go ahead and connect from the neck width down to the neck depth here. Then I'll fold across from the neck depth at the other side to the neck width at this point. And my neckline is ready. And if you want me to give a more detailed tutorial on this neckline, please let me know in the comment section. And the next neckline on my list is the scallop neckline. For this neckline, I'll take a neck width of 4 inches and a neck depth of 8 inches. At this neck depth mark, I'll go in by 4 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect the neck depth to the 4 inches mark. Then from that 4 inches mark, I'll also connect to the neck width at the shoulder line. The next thing I'll do now, I'll come up by 1.5 inch from the neck depth this way. Then I'll go up by 1.5 inch again. I'll do the same thing again. Then I'll also go up again by 1.5 inch. So basically, I marked 1.5 inch after another. Then I'll draw a straight line across this way. After that is done, at this first line here, I'll come in by 1 inch. Then I'll create a curve connecting from that 1 inch to the neck depth. After that is done, at this second line, I'll come in by 2 inches. Then I'll connect from that 2 inches to this 1 inch at this first line. After that is done, at this third line, I'll come in by 2.5 inches. Then I'll connect from that 2 inches at this second line to the 2.5 at the third line. Then at this last line, I'll go in by 3 inches. Then I'll connect from that third line to this last line this way. After that is done, I'll now go ahead and blend in from this last line into my shoulder. And my neckline is ready, so I'll go ahead and cut it out so that I'll see what it looks like. And if you've watched to this point, thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And my neckline is ready. This is what it looks like. And just in case you don't have the curve roll I used, you can use a cover of a container or something to achieve your circle this way. The next neckline on my list is this stylish neckline. In order to cut this neckline, I'll take a neck width of 3 inches and a neck depth of 7 inches. Then at that 7 inches mark, I will go in by 4.5 inches. After I mark the 4.5, I'll also mark 0.5 inch extra. Once that is done, I'll go ahead and connect with a straight line. Then for the shoulder, I'll come down 2.5 inches for the second neck depth. At the neck depth, I'll go in by 2 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect from my neck width down to the 2 inches. But before I did it, I noticed that if I connect to the 2 inches, it's going to be too much. So I decided to reduce it by 0.5. So I'll be connecting now to 1.5 inch instead. Okay, after that is done, I'll connect from the 1.5 inch to my neck depth. I'll first of all connect it to the 4.5 inch, and I'll also connect it to the extra 0.5 inch. So I'll cut the two out now for us to see which one, so you decide which one you prefer. So this is what the 4.5 inches width look like. So I'll go ahead now and take out the 0.5 inch, and this is what it looks like. And the next neckline on my list is this beautiful asymmetric neckline. So the first thing I'll do is to open up my pattern and mark the midpoint of the pattern. Then I'll take a neck width of 3 inches. And I'll also come to this side also and take a neck width of 3 inches. Then on the other side now, I'll come down by 7 inches for my neck depth. After that is done, I'll connect from the 3 inches neck width at this point with a straight line down to the 7 inches. Then I'll use a French curve to connect from this second 3 inches neck width down to my neck depth at the other side. So I'll go ahead and cut it out for us to see what it looks like. So my next neckline is another asymmetric neckline. This one on the screen right now. In order to cut this neckline, the first thing I'll do is to mark the midpoint. Then I'll take a neck width of 3 inches. I'll also come down at the midpoint and take a neck depth of 8 inches. Then at that 8 inches neck depth, I'll go out by 5 Then I'll connect from that 5 inches to the neck depth this way. After that, I'll connect from that 5 inches all the way to the 3 inches neck. At this other side, I'll come out by 4 inches for the neck width. Once that is done, I'll measure my neck depth and I have 8 inches. So I'll come to this side and impute my neck depth divided by 2, which will give me 4 inches. At that 4 inches mark, I'll come out by 0.5 inch. Then I'll connect from my neck width here down to that 0.5 inch. And if I want it more slanted, I can go ahead and come out by 1 inch. So I'll extend that 1 inch now to the neck width. Then I'll connect from that 1 inch mark to my neck depth at the other side. I'll go ahead now and cut it out for us to see what it looks like. And this is what my neckline looks like. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you in my next video.